Hi and welcome to my channel. I am Tammy Ozturk, the designer of badbobbin.com and the designer of the Snowman Placement Jig. I'm going to show you how you would do the snowman placement on a collared shirt, a button-up collared shirt. I already showed you how to do it on a simple flat bib on earlier, and this time we're going to do the shirt. So each shirt is different on the placements from the top to the bottom depending on the size of the shirt. Those measurements you'll have to find on Google or on an embroidery site or something. Some of them may have guidelines as to what the measurements are from the top to bottom, everything. This shirt, I know that I'm doing 7 inches from the top of the shoulder down, and I'm doing 3.5 inches in. That's kind of the general guidelines. Larger shirts are going to be obviously larger down in that. So this is a large shirt. So I'm going to preload my guide, and this has 3 divots, so I know that the 2 are on the top and 2 are on to the right. Then it has a small little cutout there, which is how we place it with our tweezers, which is the best way. I'm going to lay it into the onto my left side. Make sure the snowman sticker is all the way into the edge of my left side. Let it go, and it's going to go on the right. We're going to tack it down just a little bit on those rails. The bottom, it will be sticky in the middle, and then it's stuck on 2 sides of the rails. Lines will be at the top of the guide and onto your right side. So we've got our horizontal and our vertical lines. So I'm going to take the bigger ruler. It's easier to see on the pink as well. So I'm going to measure from the top of the collar, top of the shoulder down, and it's going to be 7 inches. And then from the button part of the center of the shirt, it's going to be 3.5 inches. So we're looking at about here is going to be your center. Okay? I'm going to use the wider part of the ruler up against the straight line because this is pretty well stitched straight. So from there I'm going to guide it here for my horizontal guideline. Okay, so I'm going to measure from the top down, and I'm going to just kind of just guide it just lightly. I'm not going to permanently place it somewhere, so I'm able to move it around a little bit. So we're about 7 inches. And then from the center button part of the shirt, I'm going to lay my ruler, and we're going to go 3.5 inches in. So I have to move it over to the 3.5 inch mark, and then I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to measure again from the top at 7 inches down. So I know I need to move it down a little bit. This may take a couple times to do your back and forth, just getting it right. So I'm going to lay my straight of the ruler on the straight of the stitch because I know that's straight, and measure it, and it needs to be at 3.5. So there we are, right at the 3.5. This little line is just going to be off to the side of that 3.5 because if I put my ruler here, that's the actual straight line. So we're good. We measure top and bottom, and we're vertical, and we're pretty straight. I'm going to place my finger in the center holding the snowman, and I'm going to lift the jig off, and then I'm going to make sure that it's pressed evenly. I don't want to twist it or turn it. So we're pressed evenly onto the shirt. So if you want a double protection so that this doesn't move around when we now are going to unbutton and put it in our hoop, there's many different hoops. Some use the magnetic hoop, some will actually put it into the hoop, some float it. So we're going to put our hoop in here, and you didn't use a brand new one. You may want to tape this just to make sure, and you don't want to cover the snowman itself. So you can put just a little piece of tape at the bottom here just to cover and make sure it stays. So it's kind of what I would do, like a little masking tape or something, just to tape that corner down to make sure it's going to stay in the right place. And we'll put it in our hoop and take it to the machine. And the next video will show you how to set up your machine if you have a multi-needle like I do, and how to get it to read the snowman before we actually stitch out our logo or our name. So if you like my video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. You'll get more notifications for more fun videos and instructionals, and how to use the Snowman Placement Jig, which is available at badbobbin.com, or you can go to my Facebook group and I'll have the photo up there, and you can contact me personally through that as well. So this is the Snowman Placement Jig, which is used for the baby lock and Brother machines. Multi-needle is what I have that I can use it on, that I have the camera to adjust it. And I think a lot of the newer machines also have it. So check with your machine to see if you actually use this. And the jig may help you and how to place it without getting it crooked. So I hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up, subscribe, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it, any other maybe placements or how to maybe show you something better that you want to know, or how to do something else with the jig. More than happy to show you. Thank you for joining me.